And I like how you mentioned the helpful content update because, yeah, like you said, really haven't seen much tremor with it, but I think it sets them up to go ahead and say, we had Panda for the people who produce low quality content.
Yep.
And now we have this helpful content update for not just the people who produce low quality content, but low quality content in general, including generated by machines. And that I'm pretty excited about. And then I kind of felt it was like another E added to EAT. And how could machines have any experience? And I thought when Google came out with that, and I was wrong, when Google came out with the extra E for experience, I'm like, Google's going to come out with an AI policy saying machines don't have experience, and thus content produced by them may not be against our policies, but may not be able to produce the higher level of quality content that we expect from the concept of EAT.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point with experience. But if it's learning based upon content that with people that have experience,
right,
now suddenly maybe it can have experience, right? I mean, it's weird. Like I tested some of my own queries that lead to my site. I wrote a whole post about favicon problems for Google, and I dug deep there, and it has a lot of information based on helping companies that have lost favicons. And boy, I'm cited there, but it's pulling my information in, and it's like, wow, I wrote that. And that's based upon my experience, but now it's Bing Chat's experience, right?
And it feels like you wrote it. It's the tone is like you're.
Yeah, overall. I mean, I'll probably share that either later today or tomorrow, that specific one. Neva AI also was surfacing this same information from my blog post and linking to me, at least linking to me.
Right.
So, you know, Bard comes out and starts talking about favicon problems and all the stuff that I put in my post and doesn't link to me and doesn't provide a citation.
They have to.
I know. Well, listen, in the examples that they showed in chat mode had no citations, but the examples they showed in the search results had the carousel.
Right.
And the carousel, but you know, a carousel, you got to swipe through it to actually get to those listings.
I think it's going to be just as much. I can't imagine, as you know, that announcement, according to everybody, was rushed like the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure those screenshots were like drawn up by somebody in Google really quickly.
I hope you're
Good
right.
enough. And without the publishers, the whole feedback loop. Without publishers creating content, that content's going to go stale.
Right.
And then what's the AI going to use?
I know. I think we're at a really crazy time right now because it is. It's like if publishers are like, well, why am I doing this? I don't get any benefit because people can't find it.
Right.
But I will tell you, so all of the companies I've helped, right, and I've messaged a lot of them once Bard rolled out, Bing Chat, most were terrified, right? Scared and nervous, right? Because a lot of them rely on either advertising or people or affiliate marketing or whatever, news publishers that want people to come to their sites.
Right.
There was one who was like, doesn't really impact me. And I was like, wow. And I thought about it and I'm like, it really doesn't. Now they're a niche publisher that has built up an incredible reputation in their vertical. It's like Search Engine Roundtable. Let me tell you something. I know you get a lot of search traffic, but everybody's coming to your site every morning in the search industry. That's not stopping because suddenly you're not being linked to.
So I was thinking about that in the car.
Yeah.
I was thinking about if people like us can write content based on what's happening in industry, can AI pick up on those triggers? Like, could AI follow what John Mueller is saying? Could AI? And then can AI go to the news conference that Trump's running for president? I don't know if he is. Or is he? I don't know. Whatever. Could AI go to these press conferences or read these press releases or go to the Microsoft announcement and sit in the chair or whatever? And then write up their content without us journalists writing about it for the AI.
Yeah, well, it absolutely could. And I'll tell you why. Is because I asked Bing Chat a bunch of things about recent events like the Super Bowl and different stuff. And it was recent and it had the information and it also linked to tweets of people.
Interesting.
So it knew, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like I think I asked it last night, even around myself. I was like, what are Glenn Gabe's best blog posts or whatever, just to see what it would come back with. And it literally was linking to tweets of mine where I was mentioning when I shared specific blog posts.
Right.
So it's like at some point it definitely could. Right now it's kind of in a weird stage.
It's been doing it for sports events.
Yeah.
It's been doing it for stocks and earnings reports because those are like structured pieces of content, earnings, and that for most part, content produced around those topics, at least right away. The recent stuff that's produced right away is based on some AI algorithm.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about, but that's also for those tools. There are prompts that editors are putting in, so they're putting in dates and numbers and stuff, and it's crafting it. But you're talking about, and I agree with you,
that's
on the fly going, hey, Barry Schwartz tweeted about an algorithm update, and suddenly, you know, it's in Bing Chat.
Right.
or bored.
Right. Or even Barry Schwartz didn't have to tweet. Maybe it knows. Maybe it's tracking the volatility.
Well, yeah, maybe it's linked in with SEMrush
Right.
sensor, and it knows that something's going on today.
Right. It's just I'm not nervous. I can't wait for machines to take over me. So I don't know, whatever. But I think it's so fascinating that not only is AI a concern for publishers in terms of are they going to link to us, but are they going to is AI eventually going to just produce all that content themselves?
Yeah.
Which nobody's really talking about. I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe some people are, but I don't know.
I mean, I've never seen so much buzz as in the past week and a half about AI content and AI chat and search and everything just taking over. But it does make sense. I mean, at the end of my post about Code Reds, I said, at some point, this is all leading to Jarvis from Iron Man.
Right.
And we'll all look back and maybe laugh that we used to enter a search term, scan a bunch of results, pogo stick around sites to find an answer. When Jarvis for Barry goes, hey, Barry, based upon everything I know about you and the question, here's your answer, and here's some supporting information.
Right.
And then everyone has their own Jarvis. Maybe Google becomes where they license that out to everybody, and that's how they make money, right?
Kind of like Google Discover, but like way smarter.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, because my Google Discover really knows a lot about me. I mean, when you look through that feed, it's Raiders, it's Yankees, it's SEO, it's AI, it's really good, really good.
I mean, that's what Google's Discover was. I think it was called the Google feed. It was basically giving you what you want to search for before you search for it.
Right.
And I think it's just amazing. I mean, looking back at the history of search, back when like Imi Singhal was talking about just tapping on something, the Google Assistant. We have Google Assistant, you could talk, and that's getting better. But input devices, you're not going to need them anymore. It's going to be like pushed to you.
Right.
You wake up in the morning, your detector, whatever's stuck on your arm to detect your, I don't know, temperature says you have a little bit of fever. It just sends you information. I'll go in and buy you like some Tylenol or whatever. It's just,
right.
I think this is great. My wife is terrified. So, but
and I'll tell you, because I do have kids in school. One's in college, one's in high school. Some high school teachers have stopped assigning essays. Literally, completely stopped assigning them because they know everyone's using ChatGPT. They're not up to speed on the content detection tools, even though GPT-0X. And he's right in Princeton. He's a senior in Princeton. Maybe we could go visit him later today. But anyway, he's focusing on the education aspect, which is awesome. And I'll tell you, that tool, in my opinion, is maybe the best because it uses burstiness, perplexity. It's different than just trying to reverse engineer ChatGPT. It's looking at other things, and I'll tell you, it's darn accurate.
Yeah, I think they're fearful of it, of anything new, really, in general.
Yeah.
But I think if the educators can learn how to teach the students on how to use it properly, I think it's going to just make everything so much better. And of course, there's already like plagiarism tools out there. It's going to be one part of their tool set. Run it through the detection tool and make sure it's not really.
My fear, though, to be honest, is that kids are not going to be able to write. They're not going to be able to put together a really good paper or essay or blog post or article when they're older. If there are articles at that point.
Calculators, and kids have to learn how to do math, so.
Well, they're actually using a lot of tools that do the problems now.
Right, but they should be learning how to do it themselves.
But that's what I'm saying. They're actually using those tools. Actually, Google has one, Socrates, I believe it's called, where it actually does the entire math problem for you.
It's becoming an issue. People definitely, you see your kids, my kids also, my kids are much younger, but they're just late. They just want to get the answer from a TikTok or whatever, and they just want to watch a video for it. And eventually it's going to be like, I don't even want to watch a video. I don't know how they're going to consume it. I guess it'll just be implanted in their brain like a Matrix type of thing. But,
and on that note, and I was going to add that my post about Code Reds got too long, but TikTok is in an amazing position right now. They are probably sitting on the sidelines, eating popcorn, laughing hysterically at what's going on because my son continues to go there. My daughter continues to go there. All kids are going there. They're getting not just stupid videos. They're getting information. They're using it as a search engine. I explained that on Twitter multiple times. And they don't have to worry about this AI part, at least right now.
Right. The video producers, like the big video YouTubers, they're not so concerned because they offer another E on there, not just expertise, experience, authoritative trust, but also another E, which is entertainment.
Yeah. That's good.
Can't really entertain right
So you're saying we're going to have triple E?
We're going to have triple
instead of double E?
Calling it Danny Anakin.
Triple E.
Triple E, AT. I'm calling it right now. But yeah, entertainment's going to be a factor. Remember what Cots used to say? It's not about, remember how Apple ships products? It's not just about the products. It's about the boxing and that experience around it. So that's an entertainment factor. So we'll see. I do think there will be some type of you have to go ahead and provide some entertainment, which is why we're doing videos and we're doing all this entertainment for you, which is, I don't know how entertaining it is. Glenn, you know how to do flips and stuff? But all right. So maybe we should move on to the broad core topics, the more SEO specific topics. If you're
Okay.
okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
Let's move on. All right.
Yeah.
So broad core updates.